Hey folks, I am doing a quick update just here in the woods at the cabin on the back where the water butt is. I'm trying to collect as much water as possible because for the past, well, 2 summers, this is the second summer in a row now, we've had almost drought conditions. Last year was a drought, declared a drought by the local council, or the weather people really, and there was hosepipe bans and things like that. This year is very similar, not quite as hot the temperatures, but a very prolonged period with no rain. Obviously in the winter I planted, I think it was nearly 50 trees I brought, small trees, small saplings, and I planted them, and they don't have an established enough root system to be able to survive these long dry conditions. So we're just filling up the buckets here, and this is why Dad and myself built this guttering, to just collect the water. We've got a big old whiskey barrel here, and we're probably going to have another whiskey barrel next to it. Obviously there's no whiskey in it now, it's water. But to make another water butt here and just feed off the pipe of that, an overflow pipe, so that it goes into that. And then we have 2. It's just this nearly dried out. Luckily we had a thunderstorm the other day and it's filled back up again. But it really did nearly dry out, and I just want to keep these trees alive. So I've got Dad with me and we're going to go feed the trees and see how they're doing. Dad's just there. All right, Dad. I've just adapted camp a bit. We've expanded the area and made some more comfortable benches, which I didn't really film, but I thought for the Life of Mike channel, the vlog channel, we might as well. So this is the ash that we milled back over a year, nearly 2 years ago. Might even be coming up 3 years actually. And it's the planks that we used for the cabin here. And you can see it's kind of patinaed off nicely now, and it's blending in a bit more with the woodland. So we just thought we'd make the most of that ash and still use it. I've still got some planks. That's just some seating area. We've still got the fire pit, which we use, especially in the summer months when it's warm and dry. Nice concrete base, yeah, off the ground. So we've only got 1 bucket. I need to bring some watering cans up, but this is a second bucket load here. Which, Dad, do you want to carry that, or do you want me to carry that?
One, yeah.
So we're going to find these trees. Is it all right carrying it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
It looks very awkward. I'm happy to switch. The garlic's all died back now. You can see that.
Still smell it though, can't you?
What's that? The garlic? Yeah, you can still smell it when the leaves get trampled on. There's my hedge laying. You guys can see all the hazel that's growing up and thickening out where I folded over the trees is coming along nicely now, and even the new saplings are sprouting. So this is where I started to infill the planted trees. So we've got hawthorn over there, blackthorn here, because I had no hazel trees like over there to fold over. So this is the first bit of planting I've done of hedge laying species. Now, I didn't put any tree guards on these to begin with, and interestingly the blackthorn here was the first one that got eaten by the deer. So they actually all got cropped to about 6 inches in height, all of them, by the deer, and the deer didn't touch the hawthorn, which is really interesting. I'm not sure why. I caught it on the trail camera over there in that corner. I'm not sure why the deer did not touch the hawthorn, but they ate all the blackthorn, which is why I had to put the spiral guards on. I'm putting it down to maybe it's something to do with the leaves are a bit too bitter or something like that. What do you think, Dad? Why would they have not? Because it's not the spikes, because when they're young the spikes on these bushes are not, they're soft, they're flexible, so it's not the spikes, the thorns I say. I think it's I think it might be a taste,
because if I got spiked, and many times been spiked with nasty pieces of hawthorn in your hand, you can pull it out, it hurts like a son of a gun for ages.
Yeah.
So there's something in the plant, like if it's on the point it's going in my skin, or worse, the wife's skin,
yeah,
it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's horrible. So I reckon it's a taste.
And also the trees are dying, folks, where I've not been able to water them, or not water. Look, this is dead. Unfortunately, I think I've lost this one. All the leaves have withered up.
Yeah, but we'll give some water and find out.
So what we're going to do, and the problem is, if we pour water straight onto there now, it's going to all run off. And this is what happens. It runs off. It doesn't penetrate the ground, so it all runs off. So we need to be able to get hold of, really.
Well, just something to like that.
Just a little dip.
This is a prehistoric gardening implement, tool.
That's it. And then the water will go in that.
It just hold up there and soak in. That's what
it'll sit there, yeah. It's a good theory, Dad.
It also kills the ticks. hate good ticks.
Right, only 19 more to go. Oh, to get a watering can, because the bucket's a bit cumbersome. Yeah, that works. It's puddling.
That's what you want.
I bet they're so thirsty, these trees. Just until the next proper rainstorm, which might not be another 2 months.
Oh, that's really good actually. But
Yeah.
What about hawthorn? Same with them?
Yeah. I'll do it if you want, Dad. You do the water. We've given the trees a good water. I'll show you a few of the other ones as we go past them. But luckily, as I was saying, the water butt is filling up again. But it's only going to last us at this rate another 2 weeks, 3 weeks if we don't get any rain, where I need to water more regularly. And it's just until those roots establish a bit more and go deeper. It's not a bad thing that they've not had loads of water early on, because it means the roots will go down further trying to find the water, so it make them stronger earlier. A bit like growing tomatoes and stuff, really. So it's the same principle. You want the roots to go deeper, so let them dry out a bit. But anyway, I'll show you these other ones, how they're doing, and yeah, take it from there. This one's actually growing out of the tree guard here, so that one's doing really well. He's escaped, but it's also perfect height for the deer, so it's a bit of a tentative phase now, because although these tree guards are great for when the tree is young, as they hit this phase, this is perfect deer height for browsing. I'm just hoping they've got enough other leaves to browse on around here, and that can grow up. Don't know if you guys can see that. That one's about halfway up, so you can see it's still got a way to go until it's anything like the other one. But there's leaves on it, which is good. It's alive. I think these were wild service trees, these ones actually. So they've got a bit of a way to go yet. As you can see, it's I need to do some tidying up of the wood over here. This tarp has been here for 2 years solid, 2.5 years. It's a DD one, I'm super pleased with it. And it's just a 3x3 tarp, and it's not got any holes. It's been in storms. I've got to tighten out the sides, but it's done really well. I've still got all these posts that Ryan made, the 4x4 posts, which I can do some things with. And I've got a good couple of big planks left, which I might make a big table out of. I'm not sure yet. They've split quite bad, so we'll have to see. But I want to essentially move all this wood now from this area and take it more towards where the cabin is, and probably store it over there, because it's kind of just in the middle of the woods here. It's a bit in the way, and I'm sure there's some small plants here flowering plants that can grow next spring. So I'm going to take the tarp down and move it all towards the other area, and potentially actually plant a few more trees in this area, because it gets a good amount of light. So we'll see, but that's a quick update for you guys. Nearly lost the trees. Thankfully, the water collection at the back of the cabin was a really, really good shout, and it's managed to allow me to be able to water the newly planted trees up here and not lose them. So I'm hoping that we get a bit more rain and that barrel will still fill up, and then we can continue to keep them alive. Hopefully at least for another year or so. They're going to need a lot of watering until they can get more established, and they'll grow higher. But cheers for watching, folks. Bit of a short video. Got an update on the Land Rover coming soon, and yeah, that's going to be a fun one. And then yeah, some more cool content. So cheers for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.